Hello, dear soul, and welcome to the Lightbearer's Library. In today's journal entry, I wanted to talk about what we can do when we're lonely. In the last few journal entries, I've been talking about loneliness and how we can read books to help us be lonely and to help us be less lonely by connecting with the characters in stories. And while that's wonderful, we might want to start branching out and finding connection to, humans around us. So that can feel scary and overwhelming. And so today I wanted to talk about a few things that are teeny tiny steps that we can start branching out into the world. So the first one, I just want to say and acknowledge that we need to perhaps, I'm speaking for myself and it might resonate with you, it might not, take it or leave it. But I find that when I'm just present with myself and I breathe in and out with calm awareness of being present with myself, of befriending myself, of loving myself, I feel less lonely. So that's somewhere we can just start out on this journey, is to just also remember to befriend ourselves, that's really important. And remember also that we're not separate from others. I believe that we're all connected to one another on whatever that might be, an energetic level, a spiritual level, a soul level, whatever that might be for you. I believe that we're all connected. So sometimes maybe just sitting quietly and just either whether you think about it or you meditate upon it or whatever, just kind of contemplating the idea that you're not separate. You're not cut off from everyone else. So just tuning into that, and it can help us to feel less lonely. So, to begin with other people, I think the first step we can do is to kind of do a mental Rolodex of like the people that we do have in our lives that we could connect with. And there may be that you don't have anyone, and so we'll move on to the next step. But if there are people, just let's be really grateful for the people that we do have in our lives. Like my husband, I'm so blessed to have him in my life, and without one another, we'd be very lonely indeed. We have one another, so that's a blessing. And perhaps there's someone in your life that you have a parent or a sibling or a friend that has been around in your life a while, so that we can just be really grateful and focus our attention on the things that we do have in our lives. It's always good to try and focus on the positive things as opposed to what we don't have. We don't have more friends, or we don't have, it can pull us down into those spirals of negativity of I'm so lonely. And so it's a good place to start. And then once we're grateful, maybe we've gone through our list, and perhaps there's someone in your life you can reach out to that would be willing to, do a daily check-in with you, that maybe you can text them first thing in the morning and just say, good morning. And then they reply saying, good morning. And maybe that's it, right? Just that there's someone out there in the world that cares if you got up this morning, right? I think that's important. We want to be seen and heard as humans. And so maybe there's someone that you can just find in your life that you can do that with. And then I think, so I've been brainstorming ideas about what small steps we can take. So the next one would be to put on our shoes, and if we live in a neighborhood that's walkable, or even if we're not, we take our shoes, put them on, and we go for a walk in our neighborhood. And I would suggest that you try and put this into your day at the same time every day so that it's a habit and a routine, that maybe you finish eating your dinner and you go for a walk, or it's before dinner, after work, or whatever. It establishes a routine, and that we go without our phone, or take your phone, but don't be on your phone, don't have earphones in, that you're going out to potentially, hopefully, encounter other humans. Now, most of them that I've noticed are all on their phones or have earphones in. So, we're working with what the world currently is. And, but that we go and we acknowledge by looking other people in the eye if we feel comfortable doing that, or saying hello if we feel comfortable with that, or if you're a bit more courageous, or, somebody's walking their dog, say, oh, hello, what's your dog's name? Just whatever the level of comfort is. But that it begins with just saying hello, or, acknowledging people. Now, you will, be prepared. Let's all be prepared to be rejected, be prepared to be ignored. I've talked about this in one of my other videos. And it's just people, I don't know. Anyway, we're working on this connection thing for ourselves, right? We want to be less lonely. So we go out there and we practice. It's a practice. We look at it as just like anything else, any, physical exercise that we do, or any other kind of practice. We're building a skill. So, just like when a child's learning to walk, they fall down, we go out and we say hello to someone, or make eye contact with them, or give them a nod, and they reject us, and it can really hurt. It's like, why should I even try? Like, nobody cares. Okay, I know, it hurts. So I think going out at the same time, the reason why I say that is because then you might be, you might see the same faces over and over again, right? So you start to maybe acknowledge those people, or those somebody in their backyard, and there could be avenues to having a little bit more conversation over the time. So yeah, just going every day. So the next step I would say is to, whenever you go into a shop, try and go to a checkout person as opposed to self-checkout. So then you might be waiting in line longer, but you go and you greet that person and you ask them how their day was. And, you just have a little bit of small talk, and that's it, maybe, so choosing the human checkout line. Then the next thing that I'm going to start doing for myself is finding shops within your area, or wherever it might be that you feel comfortable. Maybe you drive or take the bus somewhere, that there are shops that are small shops, I'm thinking, like locally owned, or not chain stores, small shops that are kind of things that you might be interested in. So like an antique shop, or a book shop, or a game shop, or secondhand clothing shop, whatever it might be. Find little shops and visit them. And maybe there's, the owner or someone working there that, you can have a little conversation about a book, or about a game, or something that draws you out of yourself and engages you with other humans. And, those people usually work there because they don't want to work in a chain store, and they're more interested in being, engaging with people that are interested in the things that are in the shop, right? So, and then go regularly. Like, if you, on your day off, it's like, go every, Saturday afternoon to that bookshop, or to that, whatever the shop might be, so that you're, and if it's, if you go in and it's like, the vibe's weird, or the people, are weird, then try a different shop, just kind of try different ones until you find a shop that that you feel comfortable in, and go every weekend. Make it a routine, and then talk to those people that work there, or people that might be in the shop, and say, oh, that's So that would be the next thing. And that's kind of where I'm at so far in my own little journey of things that I'm planning on. So there's tiny little steps, just enough to get us engaged with other humans, get them seeing us seeing them. So do brainstorm your own small steps that you think you could do. And I think it's helpful to maybe rank them on how scary they feel to you. And start with the one that's least scary, and just start doing that regularly. And as you do that, your courage will be built up. So I'd love to hear from you down in the comments about what kinds of things you've brainstormed, and what things perhaps help you to feel less lonely. I would love to personally hear what you do, so I can maybe add it to my own. And so if this has resonated with you, if it's spoken to you, if you are out there feeling lonely, please comment below. I would love to connect with you in the comments, and please subscribe so we can share this journey on the Lightbearers Library. And I hope that this has been helpful, and I will see you soon. Signing off, XOXO Kate.